Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the oldest Apple laptop that I currently have in my collection, the PowerBook 190cs. How does this 2-decade-old machine hold up today? Let's find out. The PowerBook 190 series of laptops was introduced by Apple in August of 1995. These PowerBooks were Apple's entry-level offering to the portable computer marketplace at the time. The company created two different models of the 190 series, the standard 190 and the 190cs, which is the model that I have here. While most PowerBooks were targeted towards the professional computer market, these machines were more geared for the average computer user, including college students. This was evident in the much lower price tag. The baseline 190 PowerBook retailed for $1,700, while the CS retailed for $2,300. This is a major price cut compared to the PowerBook 5300 series, which was Apple's professional grade of laptops from this time period. These laptops would sell for as much as $6,800 for the high-end 5300 CE. I picked up this machine along with its charger and instruction manual from a thrift store for $40, which is a bit cheaper than what you might expect to pay for one of these machines used on eBay. This machine is now the oldest Apple laptop that I have in my computer collection. That title was previously held by the iBook G3, introduced in 1999. So what would $2,300 get you back in 1995? Well, you'd be getting an Apple laptop weighing in at around 6 pounds, packed with a Motorola 68LC040 CPU, clocked at 33 MHz, 8 MB of RAM, which was upgradable to 40 MB, a 500 MB hard drive, and macOS 7.5.2. The CS model also came with an upgraded 10.4-inch color display, which was a major improvement over the standard 190's 9.5-inch passive matrix grayscale display. The 190 was also the last model of PowerBooks to use a Motorola-based processor. This was another indication of these models being geared towards a lower-end market, as the flagship 5300 series of PowerBooks used PowerPC 603E CPUs clocked at a much faster 100 MHz. Although Apple did offer a PowerPC CPU upgrade program for the 190 series, as indicated by this sticker on the top left of the display. This was made possible because the design of the PowerBook 190 is essentially identical to the 5300 and looks nothing like the rest of the 100 series. Because of this, it is very easy to swap parts from the 5300 and install them into the 190. When we open up this machine, we can see that 10.4-inch color display along with a numpad-less keyboard, trackpad, and mouse button. The 190 was unique in the fact that it was the only 100 series PowerBook model to use a trackpad rather than a trackball to move the cursor around. Next to the display, we can see two sets of buttons that allow the user to conveniently adjust the brightness and contrast of the display. We also have a speaker centered at the bottom of the display, as well as a power indicator light on the top right. Moving around back, let's take a look at the I/O offered on this machine. From left to right, we have an audio out port, a SCSI port, a printer/modem port, an ADB port, and a power port. On the right side of the machine, we have a 3.5-inch floppy drive, as well as access to the user-replaceable battery pack. On the left side, we have two PCMCIA card slots, which allow the user to add accessories and expand storage on the machine. When we boot up the laptop, we are presented with the friendly macOS startup screen. This PowerBook originally shipped with macOS 7.5.2, but could be upgraded to as high as macOS 8.1. From what I can tell, this machine that I ended up with has never had its hardware upgraded. We're still rocking the same CPU, the same amount of RAM, and the same macOS version that was originally installed on this machine. Along with all of the regularly bundled Mac programs, this computer also has a few third-party applications like Microsoft Office and Netscape Navigator 2.02. When I was browsing the PowerBook's files, I noticed something very intriguing. There are a lot of old Word and Excel documents on this computer that originated from two separate school systems in both Arizona and California. Due to privacy reasons, I'm not going to be showing any of the contents of these documents, but I just found it incredible that this machine that was used on the West Coast somehow made it across the country to a thrift store on the East Coast where I picked it up. Also equally as intriguing is when we go into the Netscape Navigator folder and run the ancient web browser, Netscape automatically loads a cached page of Fresno.com. This website appears to contain some information about the Central Valley Internet Project and was last updated in 1997. I tried to access that web address from a modern PC, but nothing of note came up. The website is still up online, but the entire site has been replaced by two simple lines of text. Now, even though this machine was used in a school, which is an environment notorious for causing damage to computers, the overall condition of this PowerBook is really great. There are virtually no scratches on both the exterior and the interior of the machine, and the keyboard and trackpad show little signs of wear. Whoever used this machine took a really good care of it, and I'm glad they did, because it makes a great addition to my vintage computer collection. So that's a brief look at the PowerBook 190cs. But before we head out of here, I want to give a huge thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 25,000 classes in film production, web development, photography, and more. If you're interested in learning a new skill for the new year 2019, you might be interested in checking out some of Skillshare's classes. They have a decent amount of classes that are free to access, like this one that I've been taking on managing productivity habits. But if you want to get more of what Skillshare has to offer, including access to every class on the platform, they have a premium membership subscription plan that costs less than $10 a month if billed annually. But for the first 500 people who click the link down below in this video's description, Skillshare will give you guys a free 2-month premium membership to try. So if you're interested, be sure to check it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely be sure to give it a like and get subscribed. And as always, I would like to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.